Hey guys, how's it going? It is your boy, Manga Man Drew, here to do a sort of, not necessarily a live reaction, but my first reaction to the death battle between Tomura Shigaraki and Mahito. So yeah, this is going to be the first time I'm actually going to be reacting to a death battle, and that's for a couple of reasons. One, obviously, it's Tomura Shigaraki. I talk about My Hero Academia, and I've read Jujutsu Kaisen, and this is probably one of my favorite matchups that they've done since they've introduced this new format for Death Battle. Also, because I supported Death Battle, that's also the reason why I wanted to be my first sort of reaction to Death Battle to be this one. Not only because this is the video or this is the matchup that really got me into wanting to support Death Battle and its return, which is why I actually donated to them. So some of my donations and like the contributions and what we get from the contributions will be coming to me soon. I already got like specific like backgrounds, if you know, you know, and as well as the Death Battle coin that is going to be coming to me real soon. So that's just one reason why I'm doing it. The other reason is just because I want to. I did a video about the matchup itself and what I think the outcome is going to be, and it's not going to be anywhere close to a fair fight, and I'm just here to kind of like critique, but more or less just enjoy the ride and let y'all see my reaction to this death battle, because I think this is going to be a real fun one, mainly due to like the similarities that they have. If you want to see me dive more into it, you can go check out my video about how Tomura Shigaraki versus Mahito is basically not a fair fight. I released it a few days ago, right in time for this video to be up, and that's also like the second reasoning why I'm doing this. Typically, death battles for a long time typically come out on Sunday. However, this is the first time it's come out on a Saturday as far as I'm aware. So this is just new grounds. This is something that I haven't done. This is something new even to Death Battle itself. So I just want to be here to actually do my reaction as it's coming out. And that means that for the most part, I actually will not be looking at the Death Battle chat because they spoil a lot of things. So I'm not going to be looking at that. So it's just going to be me, myself, and I as I watch this video. So we have like around less than 60 seconds for when the actual video is going to start. I don't know how long it's going to be. I'm just expecting it to be a very long video, and hopefully the date doesn't change, or they don't realize that, oh, it's not Sunday, it's Saturday, and then it gets pushed over to Sunday, which, if that's the case, this is going to be a very funny recording because, well, I'm recording this part on Saturday, and if there's a cut, it's going to be me reacting to it on Sunday if anything changes. But yes, the premiere will begin shortly, so if anything, this is actually going to be interesting because typically they also have like a premiere going, and if you hadn't watched this actual video like prior in preparation for it coming out, they also had the sneak peek preview for like 30 seconds, the trailer, as you can see in the bottom corner right there, and most likely than not, I'm just going to be in this box right here. I'm gonna be right here as like the full screen, should I say the full screen of what I'm going to be watching is going to be here. If I had a live chat, it would be above me, but I decided not to live stream it because it would have been late notice, and I just wanted to be here. My only regret right now that I know I'm probably going to be talking throughout this entire. Ooh! Oh, that was cool.
Shigaraki VS Mahito.
All right.
The symbol of fear versus the human disaster curse.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
Okay, yeah,
And
nah.
it's our job to
Oh
analyze
my
their
gosh.
weapons,
Oh,
armor,
this is
and
all-
skills
I'm
to find
so
out who
excited
would
for
win
this.
a death
All
battle.
right. And you know what? I may switch in between like
Tenko
this
Shimura
version
was just a
and
sweet,
this
shy
version right here.
boy who loved
Okay.
superheroes.
But
Tenko.
sometimes the hand of fate can't abide sweet shy boys.
Ruthlessly beaten and abused by his
Also,
hero-hating father,
I-
Tenko
I-
pushed
I'm
beyond
gonna
his
say that.
emotional limits
I
until
love
he
how they
activated his
animate
inherent
or, like,
superpower, or
the video
quirk.
It
content.
wasn't
Like
something
this video
cool like
is
flight
very
or
well
super
made.
strength. In his terror, he
love,
accidentally
like,
killed
the
his
small
whole
little, like,
family.
animations of the
well,
manga
except for
and the
dear old
panels.
dad. That one was intentional.
Yeah,
Tenko
I remember
wandered
that
the
scene.
streets alone, silently begging
Oh.
for someone, anyone, to help him.
Here it
If
is.
only a hero was there to save him. But
Yep,
instead,
if
the
only
only
there was a
open
hero.
hand he found belonged to the devil.
All for one. The greatest supervillain in history.
He took
People
Tenko
are gonna
under
have
his wing, feeding a hatred
all
of
for
everyone and everything, and grooming him to one day lead his league of villains in destroying hero society.
With that
Which is
came a
technically
new
true.
name, Tomura Shigaraki, and an absolutely nightmarish quirk, Decay. It
Ooh,
does
oh,
what it
that's
says
so
on the tin.
cool.
Anything Shiggy touches with
I
all
like that.
5
They're
fingers
referencing, like,
turns
the
to
anime
dust.
and how they
The
reveal
perfect
quirk
power
names.
for someone who just wants to destroy.
Okay.
Pretty menacing, if
put that
not for
on.
that dorky-ass costume. I get it, hands are his thing, but come on, they just look so dumb and fake.
Yep, this
Oh,
is
those,
like the
those
preview.
aren't prosthetics. Those are real hands from his family that he
That he
killed,
killed.
attached to his face, and explicitly commanded to be left there by his mentor so that he would never forget his rage.
When you say it out loud,
Okay.
that's
While
insane.
his use of decay started off relatively weak, it rapidly increased in power and range as Shigaraki came into his own.
Oof,
Decay
yeah.
isn't even limited to whatever he's touching. Anything that touches something he's decaying also decays.
Yeah.
Spreading like an
Oh, hey, look,
all-consuming
Deku versus
miasma
Asta in
that
the
can
corner.
wipe
That's
out
cool.
anything from an enormous tower to an entire city.
All right.
If decay
gonna
reaches you, your
switch over.
only hope is to isolate the body part that is disintegrating
Oh,
before
God,
it gets
oh
to something
gosh, that's
vital.
so cool.
After years of training with the greatest supervillain
Oh,
of all
that's
time,
so cool.
Shigaraki was finally put in charge of his own team with one mission. He must kill his master's rival, the #1 hero.
Oh
Might.
my!
Only
I
two
love
fall
these
flat
animation
on his face.
sequences.
Shigaraki
oh.
was a terrible leader, quick-tempered, short-sighted, and
Oh,
well,
I love that
Cringe.
so
he's just so
much.
cringe. He uses gamer lingo unironically. He whines like a baby when things don't go his way. He's the kind of guy who would say normie in real life.
Yeah,
in
no.
front of normies.
But they
That-
say defeat is the greatest
That-
teacher
that
of
is
all.
very
Only
accurate.
through struggle could Shigaraki manifest his dark conviction.
Right,
Oh,
as
gosh,
All
that
Might's
was
new
cool.
protege,
I love that.
Izuku Midoriya was coming into his own as well.
Yes,
These
we're
two
showing
rivals,
the parallels.
the inheritors of their master's blood feud, would push themselves past their own limitations.
Oh, that's I love
Especially
this
when All
animation
Might
sequence.
and All for One double
I love how they
KO'd
did
each
that.
other, leaving Shigaraki to lead the League of Villains all by himself.
And with the stakes higher than ever before, Shigaraki stepped up. He personally battled the monstrous Gigantomachia for a month
Yeah.
and a half straight.
Yeah, that's
and
very
conquered
important.
Other
Yes,
villain
stamina for
organizations to
days.
create the Paranormal Liberation Front. Thousands of new soldiers for his
Also,
personal army.
I'm 90%
to
sure
impress All for
we're
One's
going to
personal
get into like
quack,
huge
Dr.
spoilers.
Ujiko,
So
who spent months
prepare for
upgrading
spoilers
Shigaraki's
from
body
the
to make it more
manga
like
that's
his
going to be in like the
sensei's.
final
It might
season
have
of My
been
Hero
constant
Academia.
agony,
Be
but
prepared.
Shiggy went from Chud to Chad.
Ujiko's experimentation vastly increased Shigaraki's strength, speed, and durability, enough to match and surpass even All Might's absurd
Yeah,
power.
pretty much.
Sharing
Yeah.
All Might's power between them, Deku and Bakugo were able to punch an island-sized hole in a cloud that reached 24 miles into the sky.
Yeah.
They've calculated that before to be nearly
Yep.
80 million
Referencing Deku
megatons
versus
of
Asta.
TNT,
Glad that we're
almost as
making
much as
reference
the
to that,
meteor that
because
wiped
Deku
out
was
the
going to be an
dinosaurs.
important
And
marker
Shigaraki can now
for
move
Tomura
fast enough
Shigaraki.
that his body produces hypersonic shockwaves and can even catch laser beams.
Okay.
And he's tough enough to survive
Okay.
Star and
I'm
Stripes
glad they brought that up,
Intercontinental
'cause he didn't,
Ballistic
like,
Cruise
just,
Punch.
like,
Now the new name for my penis.
take it,
Move
but, like,
over,
he kind of caught it, so he didn't, like,
Gigantico
react to it,
Anyway,
so.
it also made a blast so big it showed up against the curvature of the Earth.
Though he might seem invincible, when Shigaraki's body is pushed hard enough, he will evolve into a state of uncontrollable
Yep.
power.
Now we're getting
Decay
into season
became-
7 content.
Oh shit! More hands.
Shigaraki can spontaneously
Oh
generate
gosh, that's
flesh
so-
into
oh, I love how
existence,
they're just
seemingly
animating
oceans
that.
of it in an instant, whenever he wants. He can
Yep.
even use it as
Now-
a type of armor to defend himself
Yep.
in close combat.
But that's nothing compared
Let
to
me switch over a
Ujiko's
little bit.
greatest gift. Shigaraki wanted to be the new All for One. So what better way than the old man's quirk?
All for One's quirk,
Yeah.
All for One, allows its user to
what's
steal
good?
and store quirks
Oh,
with
yeah,
just
no,
a
we're just
touch.
going straight
And
into
All
like,
for One has hundreds of them stored
oh,
up, collected over the
oh,
years.
that scene.
Each quirk is connected to a
going to be
memory
so
of its
cool when that's
user's
animated
essence
properly.
in the form of a spirit, a vestige.
Kinda like a piece of their
Don't
soul.
create a biological
They
person.
exist in this
Yep,
kinda
yep, yep.
psychic world
Yep,
in
yep, yep,
Shigaraki's
yep,
body.
yep.
and
That's
can
gonna
even
play
act
an
as a
important part in
spiritual
this battle.
defense should it be invaded.
And with those vestiges came quirks like super fast healing, air blasts, radio waves, flight, telekinesis, teleportation of others, and the ability to track foes.
He can
That's
even
gonna be
combine
important as
multiple
well.
quirks
Keep that in
together,
mind.
Like in this big ass electric Kamehameha.
However, any vestige stolen or destroyed will also remove that quirk from Shigaraki's repertoire.
Yeah.
They're also sentient, and some can even fight for control.
Which is when the second shoe finally
Stealing
dropped.
the vestige of-
Because Shigaraki also got All for One's vestige, that means All for One was now in possession of a shiny new body that he'd spent the last 15 years molding for him to take over.
Spoilers for the end of
Shigaraki's
the manga.
entire existence was planned from the beginning.
Yeah.
Why? Because All Might's previous mentor was Nana Shimura, Tanko's grandmother.
Well, that's
Oh,
not
that
as
to
much
mess
of a
with All
spoiler.
Might. That is some
But-
next level hating right there.
He manipulated
now we got, like, a lot of the
Shigaraki's
more, like,
entire
stats.
life, all for one purpose: to create a soul so corrupted it would grind away at All Might's perfect world, allowing All for One to take full control.
But All for One's possession wasn't complete, and Shiggy managed to fight his way back to the top.
Yep, that's
Literally
also
to
going to
hang
be
his way through
very
vestiges
important as
in the
well.
process, all to fight his rival Deku one last
Oh,
time.
God.
Despite Izuku's best efforts to save him, Shigaraki was too far gone. His spirit decayed by years of venomous hatred.
Pretty
And
much.
the new symbol of hope defeated the new symbol of fear, burying All for One's grudge for good.
All that Shigaraki asked was to be remembered as the heartless destroyer he was raised to be.
Wow.
And not the broken, angry, crying little boy he really was deep inside.
For
You know what?
just that one moment,
that's an
though,
interesting
Shiggy got
interpretation.
Deku
I like that
the
interpretation,
only thing
honestly.
he'd been denied his whole life, the one thing his lifelong nihilistic tantrum was really all about. He got a hero who
Ooh.
tried to save him.
I mean, yeah. Oh, I love how they
This
ended
battle is
that.
sponsored by Robin Hood
All
Gold.
right.
With Robin Hood Gold,
All right,
you
now
can
we got
now
the
enjoy
ad.
the VIP
All right,
treatment.
I'm gonna use this
receiving
time
a
to really
3%
talk
IRA
about what I
match on
liked so
retirement
far.
contributions.
Like I
The
said,
privileges
they
of the
did
very
Tomo
privileged are
Shigaraki
no
justice.
longer
From
exclusive.
what I could see,
With Robin Hood
nothing is
Gold,
like
your annual IRA
abhorrently
contributions
like
are
bad
boosted
about
by
their
3%.
analysis of Tomo
Plus, you also get
Shigaraki. If anything,
4% APY
their
on your cash
analysis
and
was
non-retirement
pretty
accounts.
much
That's over
on
8 times
point.
the national
Like the
savings
visuals
average.
for Tomo
The perks of the
Shigaraki
high net
section,
worth are now
probably
available
some
for
of the best
any
visuals
network.
that
The
I've
new gold
seen
standard
with
is
like
here with
modern
Robin
Death
Hood
Battle,
Gold.
which is
To
cool to
receive
say.
your
A
3%
lot of what they
boost
did
on
is
annual
accurate. I
IRA
may go back
contributions,
and
sign
look
up
at it
at
a little bit more in depth and like do it on my
robinhood.com/gold.
own
Investing involves
to like
risk.
really
Rates subject to
absorb it.
change.
But overall,
3% match
for
requires
Tomo
Robinhood Gold
section,
at $5
I think
a
they
month
did
for 1 year from first match and must
fantastic.
keep funds
Like
in IRA for 5
spectacular.
years. Go to
10 out of 10.
robinhood.com/boost.
No
Over 8
notes
times the national
needed.
average
I may go
savings
back
account
and
interest rate
find
claim
maybe
is
a
based on data from
nitpick
the
or two, but
FDIC
overall,
as of
I think
November
Death
18th,
Battle did a very
2024.
good job
Robinhood Financial
analyzing
LLC,
Tomo
member
Shigaraki.
SIPC.
And
Gold membership
now
is
let's
offered by
see how
Robinhood
well
Gold
they
LLC.
actually do Mahito in the same vein. Oh wow, I did
Ever
that
since
perfectly.
Cain slew his brother Abel and
Okay.
wetted his fields with his blood, man's greatest fear
Oh.
has been his fellow
Also,
man.
we may not get a
But
lot of
what if
spoilers
this
for
fear
Jujutsu
took on a life
Kaisen
of its
because
own?
of
What if
where
all
Mahito
that negative
ends in
emotion
season
humans
2.
felt for one another spilled from their bodies and congealed?
Oh,
forming,
gosh.
over time, a living being fueled by malice, which believes
Now
in
we're
nothing
getting to
but the
Mahito.
law
And I'll
of
just
the
say this.
jungle.
I know a little
Well,
bit less
then
about
you'd
the
have
Jujutsu
the
Kaisen and their
special
power
grade
system.
curse with the
So
patch
I'm going
face,
to be more
Mahito.
lenient with them for
Oh,
that.
I've had
but
people tell me I've become a human disaster
Yeah.
curse when I've had too many
this is gonna get
mojitos.
fun. I like this.
Mahito is one of the deadliest beings to ever afflict
J.R.R.
mankind.
Tolkien,
He's no
okay.
mere mortal, though, but
True
a
person
cursed spirit.
lives in their
Innumerable
society,
spirits
of course.
exist, weaker or stronger, depending on the amount of anxieties, jealousies, hatreds, and fears humans feel about them.
Like the fear of locusts, kinda weak. Or the fear of smallpox, getting stronger, or the fear of fire.
Oh, gosh.
Goodbye, Tokyo.
So it follows that
Also,
mankind's fear of
unfortunately,
itself
I have not
would be
seen the entirety
extremely
of Jujutsu
powerful.
Kaisen
Those
season
negative
2,
emotions
but I've read the
manifest
manga,
as
so I think I'll be
a
fine.
being composed of cursed energy.
Yep.
It's basically like evil ki. Cursed energy can be used to make spirits way stronger, faster,
Yep,
and
pretty
tougher
much.
than any
That's
normal
fairly
human.
accurate.
And
That's
it's
how
invisible,
that works.
making curses like Mahito
Invisible
impossible
to
for
the naked
the
eye.
untrained eye to see.
Untrained
Only
eye.
a life or death situation can galvanize a
Something
normal
else that I
person
brought
to
up in
see
my
a
own
cursed
video as
spirit.
well.
It also makes
Go
cursed
watch that
spirits
video.
virtually immune to physical damage.
Something
They
else
may
I'd
be
bring
physically
up.
present in space, but can only be harmed by attacks that embody spirit matter like cursed energy.
Which makes curses insanely hard to get rid of, like ghosts, cockroaches, or my ex. That's
Wow.
why you need a Jujutsu sorcerer to come in and Kaisen the shit out of them. They call
Also,
it
I will say this, that's not
exorcism,
something
but
that I
like the way
necessarily
said it
knew
better.
that Jujutsu
Curses
Kaisen
and
stood for.
sorcerers have battled each other for millennia, waging
But
an
yeah.
endless war over the fate of humanity. Almost exclusively in Japan, though, for some reason.
But
Actually,
Mahito
they
was
do give an
special.
explanation
You see,
in the
most
manga
curses
why
are
that's the
basically
case.
dumb animals, but Mahito has so much cursed energy that it gave him sentience.
So he was recruited by Kenjaku alongside other
Ooh.
special grade disaster curses to
And
wreak
they
havoc
all
upon the
end
world.
up in the
In
same
fact,
place.
They made Mahito their leader.
And even more frightening than intelligence and bloodlust, Mahito
Also-
possessed philosophy.
Perhaps
Also, a lot of
informed by
what
the
they're
tragic
discussing now was also
meaninglessness
in,
of
like, the trailer
interhuman
preview
conflict,
for Mahito, so
is an
nothing really new
existential
here.
nihilist, believing in nothing but his own will to power. It's a dog-eat-dog world, and Mahito
Oh, let's
is the
see.
wolf.
Oh,
Which
wow.
also
Oh, I didn't
makes
expect
him
it to
kind
just
of a goofball.
go to blood.
If nothing matters, why not have fun with the slaughter? Really get your steps in. He loves to dig around and toy with your emotions like a cartoon character before slitting
yeah,
your
no,
throat.
that
An
was
appropriate analogy,
painful when
considering
that
his
happened to
curse
Junpei.
technique, idle transfiguration.
And I
Using
messed
his
that up
cursed
in my own
energy,
video
Mahito can
because I
control
can't say
anyone's
idle
soul with
transfiguration.
just a touch, including his own. In fact,
Yep,
he's
yep.
so good at manipulating his own soul that you can't even kill the bastard without directly targeting it.
In Jujutsu Kaisen, the soul
According
and
to
the
Principal
body
Yaga,
share
one
an
can replicate
immutable
his soul and
connection.
information
Whatever
from
happens to the
information
former
of the body, such as
affects
how
the
he created
latter.
Pen.
This lets Mahito
So,
squash, stretch, and shape
if you
his
equate that
body
to
into
quirks, you
literally
can also
anything he
copy
wants,
quirks,
like
so-
Play-Doh. He can turn his limbs into blades or clubs, grow
Oh,
wings
gosh.
like a
Oh, I
bird
need
or
a new
fins
chair.
like a
This-
fish,
I apologize for
reform his
any
body
popping
around
that you hear.
injuries, or even create clones.
Curse users
Yep.
are naturally
Yep, yep,
unharmed
yep.
by their own ability. Should he touch a human, though, his alterations to their body
Oh.
are instantly fatal.
And
Yeah.
since he's attacking your soul, those physical
wow.
wounds are
Oh,
gonna
wow.
be impossible to heal.
Even if his alteration
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
directly
And he never
fatal,
was able to
the
heal it.
human body won't last more than a few moments in a transfigured state.
All that with one touch. God, I thought herpes was bad.
His powers mean Mahito treats humans as effectively disposable
Oh,
dolls
gosh,
that he
yeah,
can
no.
gleefully
Mahito is, like,
experiment
evil
on.
of evil.
The more casualties, the better, especially if he gets to break your spirit first and watch you suffer.
Which he does a lot
Even more
with
twisted is
Itadori.
when he combines two transfigured humans together for soul multiplicity. Essentially a giant torrent of body
Ew.
horror flesh that he repels at an opponent.
Oh, gosh,
Ugh.
yeah.
Mahito is unbelievably creative with his application of
Also,
idle
ironically enough,
transfiguration,
something
and
I
despite
realized, they
being
didn't talk
a
about
newborn
Nomu for
curse,
Tomo and
consistently
Shigaraki.
keeps
Like,
experienced sorcerers
explicitly.
on the back foot.
It helps that he's a quick study
Which,
who's picked
you know
up
what?
a number of
To
different
be fair,
curse techniques,
Mahito deals
like the
more with,
Black
like,
Flash.
creatures
By
than
applying
Tomer, but
cursed
I feel as
energy
if that's
within
going to be
one
a
microsecond
factor.
of an impact with an enemy, space itself will distort, exponentially amplifying its force by a factor of 2.5.
And that
Not
probably
only
is
does
still
this
not
hurt
going to
like
be
a
strong enough
mother,
to
it
defeat Tomo
restores your
Shigaraki,
curse
because Deku
technique
had
and
something
gets you
similar.
fully in the zone.
Yeah,
And
no,
would
I'm sorry.
require reflexes moving nearly 1,000 times the speed of sound.
Wow,
No surprise
1,000.
then
I'm
that
sorry.
Mahito also
Like, this
unlocked
is
the
good.
pinnacle of sorcerer
Oh,
technique,
gosh.
the domain expansion.
Oh shit! More hands! A domain is like a barrier of cursed
Yeah,
energy.
because it's
but
always
if you're
hands.
caught inside, Mahito can use idle transfiguration instantly without even needing to touch you.
It's called the self-embodiment of perfection, the ultimate expression of Mahito's
Aw, this
absolute
may
control over
actually
his victim's
be
body and
trouble for
soul.
Tomura, but I
the
think he'll be
only
able to
time
do
it
it.
ever failed was against the student sorcerer and Mahito's archenemy, Yuji Itadori.
Because not only was Yuji a barf-inducing goody little two-shoes who
Yep,
believed
yep,
in
yep,
the
yep.
inalienable rights of all living things,
Okay,
blah, blah,
good,
blah.
blah, blah.
He also
Okay,
had a
I get it.
curse inside of him.
The king
He was
of
basically
curses.
acting like
Sukuna.
Mahito.
Which meant Mahito's ability affected both souls in Yuji's body. Sukuna didn't like that. no surprise, and kicked Mahito's ass,
Wow.
forcing Patchface to fight with a handicap whenever facing his pink-haired menace.
Yuji's belief in the value of human life
wow.
flew directly in the face of the world that Mahito knew to be cruel and
Yeah.
meaningless. So he
this is
made it his
accurate.
mission to crush Yuji's spirit before killing him.
And he
murdering
almost
his friends,
did that.
defiling their corpses, and brutally battering him before going in for the kill.
And he's got the strength to do it. Mahito's one of the most powerful curses in the world, and his growth is exponential.
Fellow disaster curse Jogo was able to summon a massive meteor capable
so
of
Mahito's
reducing the
relative
city of
to his father's
Shibuya to
disaster curse is-
ash.
That'd
Top
take an
life
energy of
for
over 800 kilotons of
From
TNT.
both of
And
them.
Mahito
I mean,
can
yeah.
take as good as he can give, especially when
Yep.
in the throes of struggle against Yuji.
Oh, we're gonna
he
see his
evolved,
full
unlocking a vastly
yeah.
more powerful
Oh, that's gonna be
form,
so cool.
The instant body of distorted
Oh, that's
killing.
gonna be so cool going up
Complete with
against
armored
Tomura.
exoskeleton and arm blades. This was a taste of the almighty curse Mahito was growing into. A true blight on all mankind.
I look at those
Wouldn't
stats, I just
last.
think to
In a
myself,
bitter battle of
ooh,
resolve,
Mahito's
Yuji
so
won
dead.
out. In a dog-eat-dog world, there was now a bigger wolf.
So he tucked tail and ran away like a bitch.
Yep.
And what do you know? Life suddenly became a whole lot more meaningful the second it looked like it was about to end.
All that gleeful nihilism, just a bitter hypocrisy in the end.
For him, maybe. But Mahito found a
And he
convert
died.
in his archenemy. After a battle that wiped out thousands of innocent people, Yuji's youthful spirit was gone. The only thing left that mattered was exorcising this curse.
Fuck.
In a way, that was Mahito's final victory, the destruction of another human being's soul. He may not have been around to see it, but the curse Mahito inflicted on the world would bring it to its knees.
Yep. Also, like I said, didn't really tackle any of the spoilers.
Hey, do you see that join button? Yeah, that one.
But yeah,
That's
no.
your ticket to being a death battle champion.
Mahito's
As a
section
champion,
was fine.
you get
It
all
didn't
sorts
have
of
as much like
exclusive death battle
bombastic
content,
animation
like extra
as
videos,
like
live chats,
Tomura,
and sending us
but
your own matchup
overall,
ideas.
I think a
And
lot
the
of
support
information
helps
was like
us make
fairly like
even more death
straightforward.
battles.
Nothing
So
like
thank you
I
for
could tell
being a
being
champion.
wrong. But yeah, that wasn't bad.
All
But
right,
yeah,
the
no,
combatants
Mahito
are
is
set, and we've run
definitely
the
like
data through
losing
all
this. What's
possibilities.
going to be important is
It's
how good
time
the
for
fight
a
is.
death
Which, you know what? I'm going to switch to it
battle.
right now. And let's see. Oh, these people are so bad. Also, oh god, oh frick. Oh, that was actually, you know what? I'm gonna have to switch that because that may be too much for YouTube. Oh god. Ooh. Oh, yes, that's so cool. I love that.
Powerful villain stalking these parts. My organization is going to tear this putrid world down around us. We could use a freak of your talents.
Little old me. Do I want to be king of the social rejects? How about I bring them your head instead?
Fine by me. Let's call this your audition. Sickum.
Oh yes, you start off with it. I wonder if you'll be able to modify them. Oh gosh, that looks so good. Oh wow. Oh gosh, that's so cool.
Over.
Oh.
Did you actually just see that? God, how lame!
God, oh, that's so cool. Oh, this is animated. Oh, so oh, that's a cool reference. Oh, God.
Audition over. Did I get the part?
Oh, that's actually real cool. Oh, my God.
Decay!
Oh. He's pulling a black flash. Ooh.
What a rush!
Oh, this is so. Oh, please do the transformation. Yes! Yes! Ooh, yes! Yes! Oh. Oh, God. Ooh.
That all you got?
domain expansion.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool.
I can read your soul. You're just a scared little boy whose daddy was mean and wants to make it everyone else's problem. Grow up.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Hands off my masterpiece.
Yo. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh. Oh, no.
I felt your soul too. You only hate humanity because you were born that way. Totally random. I hate them for a reason. You grow up.
Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah, no, yes, yes, he won.
What did I say, Wiz? Like a bitch.
With their
yes.
complex power sets, this match was a puzzle to figure out, which is why we're breaking it down to 3 categories.
Okay, 3
Physical
categories.
stats, survivability, and their powers.
Oh,
But
Tomura may
first,
take
let's
all of
address
them.
one thing. Could Shigaraki even see Mahito? He's
Like
an
I
invisible
said.
curse after all.
Cursed energy and quirks are notably different,
Yeah.
and Shigaraki wouldn't be able to see curses normally. However, even regular humans can spontaneously develop the ability to see curses in
Yeah,
life
yeah,
and
yeah,
death
yeah.
scenarios.
That tracks.
And with the Surge quirk, Shigaraki would have had no problem tracking it.
So seeing Mahito wouldn't have been
Yeah.
an issue. With that out of the way, we can jump into their stats.
This was no contest. Despite the disaster curses being able to destroy entire cities with their cursed energy, Shigaraki's scaling to Deku and Bakugo meant
Yeah.
he was calculably millions of times stronger.
He
Yeah.
was faster too, considering he could react to light beams, while Mahito's Black Flash capped out at nearly 1,000 times the speed of sound. Nothing to scoff at, but Shiggy was
Yeah.
thousands of times faster. Shigaraki takes stats.
But
Yeah.
survivability was a little trickier to figure out.
Yep, in terms of raw durability, Shigaraki was a lot tougher.
Yeah,
and
he was.
his ability to generate new flesh meant that he could heal any wounds he might receive super easy.
Yeah. Even
However,
without regeneration.
Mahito is a curse and is immune to the kind of overwhelming physical damage Shigaraki could dish out.
Which is
Not
also
only that,
true.
Mahito's regenerative ability via idle transfiguration meant that he'd come back from anything short of spiritual
Also,
damage.
I'm like 90%
Considering
sure.
Mahito's
I want to
unique
go back
tons
and
of
see
times
that.
faster, Shigaraki takes
Like
stats.
physical stats.
But survivability was a little trickier to figure out.
Because there's something
in
up
terms
there
of
that I
raw
wanted to
durability,
like actually like, point
Shigaraki
out.
was a lot tougher, and his ability to generate new
Predicate on
flesh
damage
meant
from
that he could
Mahito would
heal
not
any
necessarily
wounds he might
directly target
receive
super
super
regeneration
easy.
quirk.
However,
Therefore, he could not
Mahito
stop
is
Shigaraki
a
from healing
curse and
bodily
is
injuries.
immune to
Fair.
the kind of overwhelming physical damage Shigaraki could dish out. Not only that, Mahito's regenerative ability via idle transfiguration meant that he'd come back from anything short of spiritual damage.
Considering Mahito's unique curse body, he should actually get the edge in survivability.
Which presents a crucial question. Could
sure.
Shigaraki even kill a curse like Mahito in the first place?
That's
Or
something
would
that I brought up.
Mahito's unkillability give him the time he needed to eventually put Shiggy down with idle transfiguration?
No.
It all comes down to their powers.
Shigaraki had a lot more variety with all of the crazy quirks All For One had collected over
Yep.
all the years,
Yep,
but
yep.
none that we know of could properly kill a curse. That didn't mean idle transfiguration was a surefire bet either, though.
Yep.
Of all things, Shigaraki's vestiges served as a spiritual shield from the effects of idle transfiguration. The fact that Mahito could not avoid targeting Sukuna while attacking Yuji meant that he couldn't target specific souls inside a person.
And
Also
Shiggy has
true.
hundreds of soul-like entities inside of him. Sure, each one down means he loses a quirk, but that's more than enough time to land a single hit with Decay, especially considering how much faster Shiggy is.
And Mahito has no way to defend against Shigaraki's primary quirk. Decay has affected spiritual beings in the past. Again, vestiges. In fact, he was able to damage Deku's vestige and have that damage transferred
Transferred
to
to
the
his
Deku
physical-
in
yep.
the real world.
Mahito may be made of spirit energy, but he still has a physical form. In fact, sorcerers that couldn't naturally target the soul
Yep.
were able to fight him on even footing. No reason to think Shiggy wouldn't decay him like everyone else.
Giving Shigaraki the third and final edge. It was a unique duel to the death, but
Yep.
Shigaraki's overwhelming might, unstoppable powers, and deadly decay spelled the end for the disaster curse.
Nothing else to say.
Uh-huh.
You really gotta hand it to Shigaraki.
The winner is
Ha,
Tomura
and it-
Shigaraki.
All right, yeah.
Next time on
Ooh, who's gonna
Death
be the
Battle.
matchup? Huh? 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 Oh! Oh! Oh!
Subscribe and join as a member to see more
That's
Death Battle.
gonna be
Thanks for watching.
Alright. Alright. Okay. Alright. Time to go to like the main camera. Not main camera. Main camera live stream. Okay. So, what did I think about the Death Battle? I thought it was fantastic. That was amazing. That's probably one of their like best like death battles like of this new quote unquote season of the new format. Like, oh, I loved it so much, especially that fight. Let's go through the fight one more time because that fight. Oh, that fight was so cool.
It's time for
It's
a
time for a
death battle!
Let's. I'm gonna try and break down the fight itself. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna save that for a completely different video, specifically talking about the fight itself. But like, yo, this fight looks amazing. The fact that they're in a subway, that's a reference. Like the exploding head, a reference because you already know who it is because you just don't see it coming. Danger sense getting, oh my gosh, there's so much I gotta go through.
I'd heard of a powerful villain stalking
but
these
also,
parts. My
the fact that it's like hand drawn, like it looks a little wonky at times, but the fact that this is all original animation though,
rejects?
that is
How about I bring them your head
insanity.
instead?
And the voice acting,
Fine by me.
I like it.
Let's call this.
They're not like
your
how I would
audition.
think that they would sound. But yeah, I love the fact that they were able to use like the no unique way. Oh gosh, it's so cool. I love it. Oh my god. Also, that was cool. Ooh. Oh, I love how that. Oh my god. Oh, this is just cool. I love this so much.
Did you actually just say that? God, how lame!
Oh gosh, that's great. Oh gosh. Oh, this is the part that I like the most. Oh, this is so cool. Oh. That should have been the moment when you realized, oh yeah, Tomura won this fight.
Did I get the part?
Oh, for a record as well. Oh gosh.
Decay!
Ooh, so cool. Oh god. Oh, this is so. Oh, that's so cool.
Rush!
Oh. Also, they said that there was a scene here that looks like it came from the anime. I could probably tell you where that scene is. Also, oh, that was so disgusting. Oh my god.
All you got? Domain expansion.
And that reveal was insane. Also, I was just noticing the music as
I can
well.
read your soul. You're just a scared little boy whose daddy was mean and wants to make it everyone else's problem. Grow up.
Also, I love this reference. This one out as well. The best of world, all for one sitting in the chair.
My masterpiece.
Oh gosh, very much a parallel to what happened with Sukuna. Also seeing him decay the world. Oh my gosh, it decayed everything.
I felt your soul too. You only hate humanity because you were born
Also,
that
that's
way.
just a cool
Totally
scene.
random. I hate them for a reason.
All the philosophy, that's so great.
You grow up.
That final line.
What did I say, Wiz? Like a pig.
Yo, that was such a great fight. But yeah, this is my pseudo live reaction to Shigaraki versus Mahito, My Hero Academia versus Jujutsu Kaisen Death Battle. So let me ask you this. What did you think of the video? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Did you think that Tomo Shigaraki should have won? Or do you think that he should have won harder? Leave your thoughts down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see more content like this. Do all that cool jazz, and hopefully I'll be able to catch you in my next video. Goodbye!